Hi, my name is Abigail Bucher. I'm going into my senior year at Vanguard University where I'm studying psychology. I'm currently engaged to Brandon Muchow and really looking forward to getting married on May 24th. My story of grace traces back to when I was 11 years old. As a means of control and coping, I developed an eating disorder. Over the years, it kind of morphed from anorexia to bulimia to binge purging. And throughout the process, my self-hatred and shame just kind of grew, and it finally escalated to a point where I was binging and purging up to 20 times a day and felt crazy and out of control. And I was getting ready one morning and I could physically feel something internally not working correctly anymore. I was terrified, and I remember praying, and I was like, okay, Lord, I'm so scared. I don't know what's going on, and I need you to speak because I'm listening. Like, here's your window, please work. And he did. He spoke, and for the next few weeks I tried to fight it on my own, but that was just kind of dealing with symptoms and not the root of it, and it didn't really get me anywhere. So I ended up going home and I met with my mentor, and I was just telling him, I was like, hey, I have an eating disorder and I'm fighting it. Isn't that great? And he was like, Abigail, you're killing yourself. He's like, sometimes you're called to stand and fight, and sometimes you're called to run towards grace, and right now you need to run. He goes, I promise you, if you run, he'll give you somewhere to land. And so that's when I got to see the Lord move in a way that I could never have imagined. He graciously allowed me to drop out of Vanguard the next day on a medical leave. He provided a rehab in Washington that I could get to a week later. He provided $25,000 of a $30,000 facility. So I ended up going to Washington, and for the next 4 weeks I had a team of doctors and therapists that fiercely fought for my recovery. They showed me my worth. They showed me how to decipher God's voice of truth from Satan's lies of deception. And they trained my mind to be able to think in freedom from addiction. That's grace. Grace was a second chance at my life, and for the last 835 days, I've been walking in that grace. Grace is freedom, and I will be living in that freedom for the rest of my life. Some of you may be needing grace. I did. I needed it desperately, and I thought I was past the point of receiving it, but I promise you the Lord's supply is limitless, and run towards it. Run towards His grace.